Can you imagine being held captive and being shocked and poisoned for years, maybe until the end of your life? Can you imagine not having a voice to say anything about it? Hi, my name is Steffany Russell, and I love animals. It's always pained me to see animals that have been in distress, being injured, or even by their humans, if not companies testing on them. It's definitely not anything anybody likes to see. What few people realize is that there are a lot of alternatives to doing this type of animal testing, and it still has not been made illegal, unfortunately. Today I'm going to discuss what animal testing is, what animals they use, what these alternatives are, and also what you can do to help if you choose to. Gandhi said the greatness of a nation and its moral progress can be judged by the way in which its animals are treated. Animal research is using animals for seeing what would irritate us or kill us, maybe even cure us, depending on what it is they're testing. One aspect of this evil procedure is told by Neves.org. It's a test called the lethal dose 50, or LD50. And the tests force animals to ingest toxic and lethal substances to the point of where 50% of the animals die. Those that don't die are later on killed. PETA says the types of animals used for testing are not just mice, but also monkeys, cats, dogs, rabbits, chickens, and pigs. Pretty much anything that they can get their hands on. Domestic animals, old pets, it doesn't matter. Mark Twain said, "I'm not interested to know whether vivisection produces results that are profitable to the human race or doesn't. The pain it inflicts upon unconsenting animals is the basis of my enmity towards it. And to me, it's justification of the enmity without looking any further." Animals are kept in sad conditions and unable to speak out for themselves. Sometimes they're sent there just to be breeder animals. So when they breed these animals, the scientists take them away from the mothers and use them for testing. Unfortunately, they just take their offspring and kill them. This is a terrible practice, and it's really sad how many alternatives there are that are not being used. One of the alternatives stated by PETA.org is an in vitro process, which is actually a test tube process. It can be used to study how chemicals react to humans' skin as well as their organs. And it's actually found to be a lot more likely to produce results closer to humans than animals would. And also, it is a lot quicker than using an animal for an experiment. Another option I found on Neves.org
I came to protest this.
is microdosing,
Just
in
pros
which
and
a
cons.
human is given a very small amount of the product or drug to test the effects on the body on cellular level without affecting the whole body system. The last option I came across was actually suggested by the Humane Society. They wrote, if we can't stop animal testing altogether, at least much of their suffering could be lessened by using pain medications, euthanizing the animals before their suffering becomes prolonged, and training maybe the animals just to cooperate so that they don't go through as much pain. There's also options to just choose less painful experiments than the ones that they're doing. This is a great idea in cases where they say that there will be no alternative, just to make sure that they're lessening the pain of the animals when they're doing it. Gandhi was quoted saying, "I abhor vivisection with my whole soul. All the scientific discoveries stained with innocent blood I count of no consequence." I know some people see PETA people as crazy extremists. You know, you see stuff on the TV all the time about them, going and protesting and sometimes not being very nice about it, to say the least. But there's a lot of other companies that you can also go through to get help for these animals. Some other places you can turn, of course, is the Humane Society. They have a website that they set up where you can either donate or just sign petitions. They also have a list of animal cruelty-free products, so you know that they're not testing on the animals. So you, in a way, can kind of get back at the companies, maybe not purchasing so much of their products if you know what they're doing. Another one is the AAVS, the American Anti-Vivisection Society. They are fighting to stop animal research, mentioning many alternatives to this, many more than I've gone over today. And they even have a rescue fund for the animals in which they've taken from the laboratories if you'd like to help them out. So even without money, you can shop smart. You can start cutting these industries off that haven't seen any consequences. It does happen, and there are plenty of rescue stories. This is a dog named Murphy. I found a picture of him on the Humane Society under their rescue list. He was force-fed insecticides and had them smeared all over his body. So he was, a broken, sad dog when they got him out of there. However, since then, he's gotten a happy home. He has a loving family. They pamper him, and the only reminder he has is a tattoo on his ear with a number from the lab. So don't lose hope. Everyone can make a difference for animals like Murphy. I've left some cards in the back over there. They have some websites where you can get shopping guides if you'd like. They're free. You can just put in your address and they'll mail them to you. And there's also just a list of petition websites. Even if you can't donate anything, you can put your name on the petition, give them your address, and at least you're standing up for them. So feel free to take one and decide if you want to take any action or not. I'm done.
Very good. Yeah.